Dr. Travis Towne. I am a social studies teacher at the Early College in Lenore County, and I'm also a board member with the North Carolina Council for Social Studies. And part of the thing that we are wanting to do for teachers, both experienced teachers and new teachers, is provide some resources and some quick videos to show you some of the information that you may or may not be aware of. And maybe you say, hey, these are things that I want to delve into a little bit more. So what I'd like to show you is something called NGPF, or Next Gen Personal Finance. And you can find that at ngpf.org. So this is something that, as an economics teacher, I use quite often, economics and personal finance, but you can use this in other areas as well. So one of the great things about this particular resource is that you can create an account. You do need to have a school-based account, so they need to verify that you're a teacher, because you can get access to the answer keys, and of course they don't want those answer keys hanging out for students to see. One of the things I wanted to point out first off is that they have a wonderful curriculum, and there's too much to really go into with 5-minute time period. But one of the great things is they can break it down by units. They have a semester course, full year course, and they also have a trimester course, which is kind of nice. It's something brand new. And if you teach middle school, that is a really neat addition to what they have. And of course, if you also teach math or have a resource that you work with your math department, this might be a great resource to talk with them about it as well. They've got some really neat resources here as far as the FinCap Fridays. Most of the things that I've used have come from this, and it's really nice to be able to see some of these. And then if you do teach econ, there are some econ options that they have. It's not a lot, but it definitely gets you started. And then you can add to other resources such as MRU or some other resources. Now, one of the nice things that I like about it is does give you some professional development opportunities. And one of the things that's really nice about that is you've got on-demand modules and virtual PDs, certification courses, all of those. And then the academy that you have here, it's really nice because you can do it on your own time, and they do give some nice little prizes for it and some swag as well. So that's kind of nice, and you see the different incentives that are available for you. Now, one of the things that I do really like is the arcade, and the arcade has some fantastic resources here. Again, you notice there's a note here. It says confirm with your IT department in advance to make sure your students can access games. And that, unfortunately, is one of those things that you have to check. For example, I can't play Crypto Craze at my school because of some of the restrictions there. But pretty much everything else, the stacks I can't, but everything else is some really good games. And the really nice thing about it is you get the opportunity. So, for example, the Uber game, it's a lot of fun, and it's one of those things that you have a reflection worksheet on it. You can go ahead and link it to Google Drive. Everything on here is free, will always be free. It's something that they feel very strongly about. So, for example, if I'm looking at my units, I can see different ones that I've got. Behavioral economics is one of my favorites because we all spend money in different ways, and the various ways that we spend it is based on our behavior and what we're feeling at the moment. It's not really a rational decision. Most of the time, it's irrational. And so I have the students talk about that. And then there's some great mini units here that you can use for your students, especially if you were maybe out for a day or a couple of days. These are great little mini units to be able to have your students do. So, for example, if we're talking about buying a car, it's a really neat little plan. They have a unit plan with the assessments here, and if you view your Google Doc, everything's you can click on it, everything's in linking, hyperlinks, so that it shows you exactly what you're going to look at, what to do. It provides the activity packet already for you as well. So those are some ways that you can come together and take a look at it. Obviously, if you go down to the bottom, you've got some newsletter stuff that you can sign up for, and there's some great resources there. So hopefully you get a chance to check that that out. Again, it's ngpf.org. And hopefully this was something that you can utilize for your classroom maybe in the near future.